Good morning. We're here at the Jewett City Flea Market. Beautiful, beautiful day. Sunny, very low humidity, probably in the 60s, upper 60s. No radios today. There wasn't one single radio out there that I was interested in. I bought something I got no room for. Not an electronic thing. I bought this. Now, as you know, I got a bigger one in the shed. Okay, that's bolted down. This is a Craftsman. This is a Craftsman. Looks like the belt is everything's on it. A little bit of dryer sheets to get the mustiness out of it, I guess. Guy said it works. $10. I could not pass it up. As I said before, I will not pass something up. It's too good of a deal. Do I have room in the shed? No. Do I need it? Well, the big one works very well that I had for many, many years in the shed. The problem is it's hard to get at. I got to move a ton of stuff to get at it. This one I can set out on the bench outside if I need to do any work that requires a drill press. So that's my purchase here today at Jewett City Flea Market, other than a couple of small books for my brother to read. He likes the history and stuff. I got him a book on Truman, and I got another book on the Sphinx, which is, he's into that ancient Egyptian stuff. And that's it. And that's really it. We're going to be looking around a little bit. We'll probably pick up another copy inside. So we're going to lay this down here like that. All right. I mean, I couldn't pass it up. If it was a Chinese special, I wouldn't bother with it. But it is a Craftsman. I do not have a chuck key to it, but the chuck key that I've got for my big one in the shed may fit. The big one in the shed is, I think it's made in China, but I got it about 25 years ago. So I couldn't pass this up. Okay. There wasn't any video. We didn't bother videoing or anything else. So, I don't know, Tom, you ready for another copy inside?
Yep.
Okay, let's go inside. Good morning, everybody. We're back from Jewett City. This is all I bought today. It did not come with a chuck key, so I wasn't able to check it out. So I bought a couple of chuck keys from one of the vendors inside the building at Jewett City. He has a lot of tools up there, and they both fit. And the reason I got two of them is because the chuck is jammed up. In case I try on this and break one of them, I'll have another one. So I don't know if you can see this. Probably not. But chuck key fits right in here good. But it slips. In other words, can't remove it. It's jammed tight. So what I'm going to do here is put some, I got some coil, hammer coil, gray, and the chuck. We'll let it sit like that upside down, make sure it doesn't fall over here. Should be okay. Craftsman, as you see probably, it's even got like styrofoam stuck to the cord. The guy told me it was like brand new. When I bought it, the guy says they're $10. So I bought it hesitantly, not because of the price is great, is because I got no room in this shed. But like I said before, if I let my space problems stop me from buying anything, I might as well not go to flea markets. So that's the story there. So I want to let this set a little bit. And I got WD-40. I don't have much. I'm almost out, as always. But I soaked this with coil right now, penetrating spray. I'm hoping that I can get this free. There is a bit in here. There is some sort of a bit in there without my magnifier or reading glasses, which I never think of bringing with me. I have to go in the shed for that. So I got these 2 chuck keys. The vendor up inside, which is not related to this vendor, which was outside, said $2 a piece, and they both fit the same way. And the reason being that I'm going to have to put something, a pry or something on here, if I have something, a vice grip or something to put on here, and pry this down, or maybe a pliers. I'll try a vice grip first, and if I break this, well then I got the next one. But if I break this, I may be SOL, you know what that stands for, on this. So let's come back on this video when I get a vice grip.
Yeah.
Okay, this chuck key here belongs to the one in the shed, which is a bigger chuck. It won't fit in here. Okay, so the vendor I got this from did not have a chuck key. So I bought it and then put it in the car and went inside the building, and there's a guy upstairs that has all kinds of tools, and I've gotten chuck keys from him before. So it's a good thing I did. I was going to just assume that this would fit it, but it don't. So what we're going to do here and I don't know if I can get this to bite on there right. I don't want to break anything. Okay. And of course, I should get my reading glasses. I can't even find the hole like this thing goes into. Alright, so.
This jam's pretty good.
Yeah, but I think, I'm not sure, but I think it's moving. I don't know for sure. I don't know. Maybe not.
It's hard to see with you in the way here.
Can't help it. Alright, it looks like we've got it. I don't know what this is. That was in the chuck. Are we in camera?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what that is. No idea. It looks like... Oh, I can't see that. Damn it, I never think of putting my glasses on. But anyways, that's in the chuck. And the chuck is free. And we're going to shoot some WD-40 down. We got a lot of this lubrication in there now. Ah, well, this can's empty. Story of my life, everything's empty. Buy another one. All right, we'll put some coil down in there again, down in the inside of the truck. All right.
It's moving now.
It's locking up good.
Beautiful
Now we
day.
got to see if this thing works. All right.
Beautiful day today. Nice and cool.
All right. So, yes, we have a beautiful day today. This truck needs just a little bit of working out. Now the question is, the guy says it works. The travel, I guess, I don't know, does that travel down lower? Yeah, there's a, all right, there's a, I don't know, can you see that in there? Can you get that in camera?
Yeah.
It's supposed to go to the bottom of the scale here. All right, and there's an adjustment nut right here. So, spins freely. We can go down lower. We can go down lower until we don't have any noticeable end play. Lateral play on it, so the bearings are good on it. Okay, that should be good enough. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's plug this in. Let's get an extension cord out here. I'll be right back. Okay. Al. As you can see, the belt is not all that great. It's a little bit ragged, but not too bad.
You can replace it, can't you?
Yeah, but where would you get one? I can't see that. I don't have my glasses on.
620, 1300, 3100.
That's the speed. 650, 1300. 3100. Okay, that's the speed of your drills. You change the belt to the bottom pulley for 650 and the second one for 1300 and the next one for 3100. And we got some seeds in here. So we must have had some, this looks like sunflower seeds. Not all that bad. I'm not sure on the motor. Where am I here? Off camera as always. Probably could shoot a little oil in here. Probably wouldn't hurt. There don't seem to be any oil. There's a starting capacitor here, or run capacitor, one or the other. Okay. Okay. Well, I think we better try it out.
Hey, it works.
Yeah, but
Doesn't
don't sound too good though. Might be the belt. Motor bearing's tight.
At least it works.
No lateral movement on the shaft. No up and down movement. All right. Okay, I'm not sure. Oh, there's grease in there. There is grease in there. So there's a hole in there. Much reflection from the... Unless I wanted a flat blade and I go grab a Phillips, that's how bad my eyes are. Can't really tell. I thought I saw an oil hole there. Now, got some zoom oil here. Oh, the reflection's awful. Reflection off the magnifying glass. I was doing this blindly. There's a hole in there. That might be where I have to put some oil. I don't know. It ain't gonna hurt it. Maybe a little on the motor bearing here. I can see. Don't sound any better.
I wonder why it sounds like that.
I don't know, but it's not loose. There's no loose bearing here. It's tight.
Maybe somebody on YouTube will know.
No. Well, I'm sure that my viewers will chime in. I don't have the book on this. I don't even know what the model is on it. Let's see. No model there. Let's see what we got here. 3rd horsepower, Craftsman 8-inch drill press, 3-speed, 620, 1300, 3100 RPM, half-inch chuck. See, the one in the shed, I got a 5/8 chuck on that. Table tilt to 45 degrees. The magnifying glass is so dirty. I can't, there's no model number on it. There's no model.
That's weird.
Hell. Anyways. We'll hit this with coal. I hate wasting this stuff, but I don't have any more WD-40.
That's a warning sticker on there.
Yeah, it's a warning. It won't take the motor, 120 volts, 60 cycles. Okay. All right. So probably have to look. It's going to be almost impossible without a model on this as to what it uses.
They put a big one in there?
No, put this one in. You're still recording, aren't you?
Yep. Still going.
I don't wear glasses. Half blind and never think of getting my glasses out. Okay, she's on there. Let's snug it down.
I Are you gonna leave it in there?
No, you don't leave a drill bit in a drill or a drill press. You don't do that. Let's see, we're lined up in the center of that hole here. Are we still recording in picture, in line?
Yep.
Okay, we'll put a little shaft here. Oh, man.
What's that, oil?
Man. Yeah, that's penetrating oil. Let's put this down. I want to make sure this goes freely. Okay. Get that in the center here. Yeah. Okay. 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 That's only a piece of wood. I don't have any metal around here to drill, I don't think. Let me take a look in the shed. Rake that prongs kept breaking off. So it's not really clamped down, so we're kind of winging it. So we'll see if we can drill in it. That might be the belt slipping. Yeah, the belt is very loose, but there's no adjustment for the belt. I want to see if the belt is actually slipping. I think that's what it is. I don't have my reading glasses. They're in the shop. I got goggles and they don't do much for me. The belt is flopping. Okay. All the way through. I don't think you can see that, but it's all the way through. All right, so that worked out good. What it is you probably can't see that in the camera angle that I am at, but it's about 1.5 inches, almost 2 inches of play. Can you see the top of this? Can you get a view in here? See that? Okay. I don't see any adjustment on that. And let's see now, we're set. All right, if we want 620 RPM, the belt's got to be right where we are now, okay? if we want a 1300 RPM, the belt's got to be in the middle on this one and on this one underneath here, where my finger is. If we want 3100 RPM, we're going to be on the small pulley here on the where the arbor is, and on the top pulley over here. I doubt changing this will eliminate the slack. How the heck would you change the belts on this? I guess you take this nut off. I don't have a manual on it, and there is no model number. It's an 8-inch Craftsman. That's all I have on it for information. But it seems to work just fine.
Yep. You got a good deal on
I don't know why. There's no lateral play. And whenever I buy a drill press, which I don't buy all that much, one of the things you always want to look for is you bring this down all the way, grab a hold of your chuck, and try to go back and forth with it. Not like this, but side to side to see if you got any bearing wear. Same with here. There isn't any bearing wear. And here, there isn't any bearing wear. But the thing is, there's no tensioner for the belt. Now, I don't know, without a book, I don't want to try to take anything apart, but I guess you'd take this nut off, and I would imagine this whole spindle would probably slide right out, maybe, and maybe not, because there's a gear on the end of this, which is going to ride on this right here. This is for those of you who may not be familiar with them. I'm familiar a little bit with drill presses. If you look in here, you see these here? Can you get a camera view in there? See that? Yeah. Don't get any closer, it won't focus beyond 10 inches. All right, you see that? So there's like a gear on the end of this to bring this down, okay? It's like a worm drive gear. Okay, so I don't think we're going to lose the complete assembly by taking this nut off here. But there's no point in doing that because I don't know what kind of belt would go here. I would imagine you just get the belt that goes with this, because there's an awful lot of play here. You see that? Can you get that in camera?
Yeah.
All right. See that? That's way too much. So that's the problem we've got. We've got a lot of sloppiness. But it seems to be a little noisy. Of course, the big one in the shed is like this too, and that was brand new when I bought it. It was one of these tool specials they had about 25 years ago at the Ramada Inn. All these Japanese or Chinese tool sellers. So I bought that, and I've used that drill press many, many times. But the reason I bought this is it's hard for me to get at the one that's in the shed. I got to move a ton of stuff to get in there, and the more stuff I get, the worse it's getting.
Sears Craftsman's a good brand.
Craftsman is, yes. So what happens is, if I need to drill a small hole in a piece of metal or even wood, and the drill press is the best thing to use because you can't always hold the drill perpendicular to the work. So if you want to drill a hole in this piece of wood, let's say, and you take a wood boring bit and boom right through, you could be on a little of an angle one way or the other, especially when you're half blind like me. So you put this in your drill press, and you're going to come right straight down in here. Okay, that's what you want. But of course, for metal, a drill press is much preferred. All right, so we're going to take this out, and this chuck is working really well now. And the maximum size of this chuck is a 1/2 inch. I don't have a 1/2 inch in here. This is a 1/2 inch bit, but it's tapered down, it's milled down, so it'll fit a chuck like a 3/8 inch drill, okay? But however, this will work quite well in here also, okay? But so, no idea what this thing is. I'm sure somebody will chime in as to what it is. It could be a bit. It's got a sharp edge right here. It could be a bit. But that was in the chuck when I got it. So, again, 8-inch drill press Craftsman, 1/2 inch chuck capacity, 1/3 horsepower. All right, so.
You got a good deal on that.
I think I did. A little bit of noise, but what the heck, it's a power tool. It's not going to be something that's going to be absolutely silent. So, paid $10 for this. I did not have to haggle with the guy. Had he asked 20 for it, I would have given him 20 for it. But he only wanted was $10. He's the fellow that I used to buy a lot of radios from, but he doesn't seem to be carrying radios anymore. I saw my buddy Bob, a good seeing you, Bob, up there, but unfortunately he's been very busy at the house with his, I guess, a lot of tree work that he's been doing around the house, and he has not been going to Jewett City in quite a while. So, we gotta go down to Harbor Freight and get some, like, WD-40. I use a lot of it on the bottom of the big van. I just go and spray underneath there and keep it good because the big van sits a lot. I used the minivan today because I put $15 of gas in it yesterday, and I didn't have enough gas, didn't have enough money to go around and put gas in the big van too. So we have to wait until second or third, I guess, or more moolah comes in. So there we be, folk. We be, folk. Okay, so that's where you want to be. This nut turns very freely. Does not have a lock nut on it, but it governs the distance at which you want to go down. Okay. So this thing is well lubricated.
11 minutes so far.
Okay. Well, you do the editing. I think we're going to take some, it's got a sticky, we're going to take some sandpaper right back and smooth this out a little bit and put a little film of oil on that. This happens to be 80 grit, but we're just... all we got right now that I can reach. Yeah, let's put a little of this on there. Save my coral, whatever you call it. In the shed, things get rusty because it's very musty in there. So, you just put a film of oil on it, protect it. That's what I do with my scroll saw that I hardly ever use. I just put a coating of oil on the base. That'll be it. Now the question is, where am I going to put it?
You ain't got no room.
I ain't got no home. I ain't got no home. Oh, who did that song? I think it's Frogman Henry or something like that. One of the good old 50s rock and roll songs. I ain't got no home. Something like that anyways. Good music, I'll tell you. Well, we'll have to set it into the shop. Let's see, the chuck has got oil on it.
You mean the shed?
In the shed, of course. Certainly.
Not the shop.
Certainly. Now, these things get lost very easily. What I usually do, well, this one here belongs to the big drill press that's in the shed, bolted down to the bench. I just keep it in there like that on the big one. Sits right there. This can be sitting there like that too. I've got extra chucks. So the question is, this will give me more leverage. This is a little longer handle on it. So this will be the one to probably keep with this. And they both fit perfectly. This don't. This is made for the big one, and this part is too big to go in this hole here. Okay, because the one in the shed has got a bigger chuck. So, all right. Okay, guys, that's it. Are you going to put this film together?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, where am I going to put this? Oh, where should I place it? Where am I going to store this? I could bend over. That's what my wife says, bend over. Where am I going to put it? All right. Thank you for watching, folks. That's the Jewett City finds for today. That's all I bought is this, and 2 chuck keys, and 2 books from my brother. Thanks for watching.